Tonight, I'm gonna have myself a real good time. I feel alive.
Welcome back to the Alboe Show. We've been playing a bit of Total War over the past week, and we got some replays we're going to quickly peruse and to see what we can learn for what we did right. A lot of these are the games where things went really well. I'm not showing much of the games where things went terrible, but those are also good learning lessons to find there. Alright, Thermopylae, playing as Caesar with artillery. Now, I think in this particular map I was really lucky. I got set up here. We're going to go up to speed 5 times. Artillery's a bit tricky, we might have to slow it down. But I'm putting myself right within view of this alleyway here. And I think I luck out because they push it. Right now, oh, I've already started to dish out. We'll go a little bit slower, just see how things progress here. So I'll grab these so you can see where I'm aiming. I'm just trying to hit the big crowds, and when they bunch up like this, I'm holding down space. I'm finding that sweet spot where I'm expecting, even if it falls a little bit short, it's not going to hurt my guys. Obviously, I'm shooting a little bit ahead, and I have already used up my anti-armor ammunition. So they're just stuck here, getting rained on. There's a bit of an archer battle here, but I've taken notice of them, and I've started to just see if I can reach a couple of them. There's some good damage going on, but mainly it's these crowds here that keep contesting. A single group of spears can hold it really well, and once these archers press in, I think they're ripe shots. I can see a couple shots going out already. Now, you always want to aim a little bit ahead of your target because those do bounce and roll. So you see right there my circle was mostly on the far side of them. And I managed to just have that momentum to carry through. There's some good splashes there. I see that spear as I'm trying to help out my guys. There are some horses running about, but I can't focus on them. By now I have got my second spike wall up, and my guys are just sitting on top of the other soldiers, so if they do charge, they're going to hit my Hastati first before the actual catapults. And we are just raining in. This is like ideal position for a catapult situation. I set up right where I wanted to. They kept pressing it, and you could tell these guys have started to hide along this little cliffside. The spears are moving there too, because I kept finding them when they poked their heads out. From my little angle, there's just enough wiggle room to try to get a shot off. You can see my cursor is hitting it right now. He moved out just lucky enough, but these shots are bouncing off the cliff up here. So luckily the Hastati are in a nice spot. I've obviously turned my attention to them, and I just get to sit and wail away at these guys. Alright, we're going to bump it up a little bit. This little group's getting finished off here. And I may... Oh, yes, that's right. I completely forgot. There was a text warning saying check the base. So I was managed to get some decap points as well. Not a whole lot. But these horses are here at a problem. And this keeps rising up. So at this point, I'm in a good position. I can start attacking. These guys have came for me because they realized I was decapping them, and they're falling right into it. I was close enough then to actually use my choking fog, which is all these little smoke pellets. Here they come. I'm ready for them. I get the advance, and he's actually pushing himself right on some spikes here, which is actually going to help me win this little battle. Meanwhile, I keep raining down, try to decap whoever's out here. Those spearmen have been found out, and we are just waiting for the action. These guys are just about panned out. My ability beats his. He's a level 3 spear. I'm a level 4 swords, and I have some special actions that really help me chew him out. My catapults actually were contributing over here a little bit, and right now they are back to trying to decap. And there's the eliminated from the guy who came towards me. Now these horses are not actually getting a decap on these spears because they're not able to do damage. So these guys still have all their base cap points. And they left, and that went down, and I hit this guy for the other one. So right now we're just toying around. We do have the numbers. Alright, we've definitely won the battle elsewhere. These guys are regrouping. I'm comfortable in my little pocket, and it is just a matter of me trying to find them out here. Let's highlight these and see where my little cursors are. So right now I'm just guessing, and sometimes you guess lucky. They do a little move, they come back, and there's a little splash, keeping them down. So otherwise these guys would have completely nailed it. Horses weren't enough. I got a lucky shot off there, and we're just kind of waiting for our guys to finish capping. There's a nice little splash. Back on the other side, they've infiltrated. They've got in. and there's nothing left of their army. They got the 2 spears, a couple archers, just barely little piddly amounts. Now this little thing provides cover, but sometimes it can bounce off and then tumble down. Ooh, there was some terrible friendly fire hits there. I'm obviously stopped firing. And at this point, that is it. Alright. I moved up lots of decap points for kind of saving the day a couple times. So that's where my score comes from. And I believe for this battle I was given the award of most damage done for pounding away in this death alley here. Ooh, who am I hitting? That's the way it goes. This one actually came down to the time. They didn't want to engage and no one was controlling these guys. Alright, is it actually going to show me a little scorecard afterwards like it usually does? Nope. Alright, so the next one we're checking out will be, ooh, catapults again, but the twist is, you know what, we'll go with that later. Let's bring in the archers. Here we have Capitoline Hill, Vercingetorix. The archers can really support some spearmen, and we're going to see that happening because they can throw those flaming torches, I guess they are. Little mini Molotovs. Now when I equip my archers, I always go with the long range attachments so I can get that first shot off at the enemy archer. Now due to the layout here, no one decided to take this position and this guy was AFK, so we just outright abandoned the whole right side. Someone's controlling him, moving him up here. I'm setting out. Let's clock up the speed a little bit as we get into position. Artillery is setting up right here. Interesting spot. You know, I usually go for the high ground because it gives you invisibility. I've stepped up for my long range shots. I try to get a couple off, but these guys backed off and we lost sight of them. Otherwise, this little archer group here could have really done some damage. Unfortunately, these dogs decided to go back up. By this point, I've moved over and I am seeing horses who are getting a little close. Using those archer arrows, long distance ones, I realized that these ones off-clicked. So I got them all set up, and now he's within range. He is preying on my friends. I'm hoping he doesn't come for me, but in the meantime, all I can do is just keep raining. Horses are a bigger obstacle, so that you're less likely to get friendly fire when shooting into a pack of them. I'm looking for the little yellow numbers, and there's not many coming up, so I'm kind of keeping at it. Alright, I've used up all my long distance arrows, but luckily enough, I'm seeing targets, and they are pushing in right where I want them to be. These guys, of course, are right, you know, perfect in position. They can't see me. They can guess where I am, and they kind of do a little range shot there, but they missed, and they are just getting doused. Like, it is an utter downpour. I'm trying to anticipate them with these special shots, the ones that light the flames on the ground. That's this ability here. It recharges really well, and it doesn't count as a use of ammunition, so you can fire your regular shots, use your ability, then fire your regular shots in quick succession. So right now he's moved over. I'm trying to just hit him in the back. I normally don't waste my time shooting at swordsmen. Spearmen and archers for sure. These guys got a couple shots off on me, so my attention turned back towards them. I just want to chase them out of here a little bit. I got my little sprint motion, and I put myself right in that perpendicular line. Now I'm back to finishing off this little pest that's in my way. And here we come down to the trouble. I'm seeing trouble on both sides. Get the fuck out of there. Don't hang around waiting to get chewed up, because that is exactly what we're expecting. Now there is the fire move. Alright, there's a line of spears or swordsmen. I drop the flames just enough where it kind of sort of clips in, expecting them to push forward a bit, and it's just a burn, burn, burn. Those guys got roasted. Alright, and I'm backing out. Hopefully hit them at the side or the backs. I think that's doing some good damage to Alex Wong. Don't try to shoot them front on. Shoot the guys behind them if needed. And I am popping back into a little circle of safety. There's no one here to guard us. It's just a bunch of archers. So this guy could go Testudo, which he is, and head in, and there's not much damage we're going to get done. Over here the AFK guys are doing some damage. I think when Larrick is controlling him, now that his units are wiped out. I'm leaving. I don't want to be near this guy, so I'm just going to put the building between him and me. If he goes around, I go around. I got a faster sprint than him. And here's where I can really chew in. I hold down space so I can see the red from the blue. There's a wide open path, not much blue in that pack, and I can just rain in here. That is just really falling on him. Alright, we'll go back up to double speed. Now that that group's pretty much gone, there's a couple eliminated there. My attention's back into the guys who are rushing at me. He's in Testudo. I'm in a little trouble. So just keep running and try to hit guys from the side or the back, and just stay away from them. I'm going to let some swordsmen come in to pretty much deal with that, and I'm going to back off and just circle about. I don't need to be close, and I'm seeing a nice little opportunity in the back there for some guys held up. I got my ability ready, launching some careful shots where you see that flame. That's the ability that only lands in a specific place. Normally your shots would sort of track and trace, and there's the torch going up, and those Histati are finished. Running out of there. Alright, and checking out the score. Support, raining down, and damage. Lots and lots of damage. And there's even a couple shots in here. Some archers came back for trouble, and we got another eliminated on them. And I managed to keep pretty much most of my stacks, and took out quite a few. So this last little bit is us just chasing down the last little few guys. I managed to see some Livy's try to sneak around our base. Someone put a hunt on him, not me, but it was just enough for us to finish him off. And now there's the great sprint to go round up the last of the enemy, which right over here is 2 archers, and little piddly spears, and a couple of catapults, who surprisingly remained out of the action. You know, it was the right side and the left side were both weak. We kind of concentrated our forces in the center right at our home base. We abandoned this completely, and this side was lost with AFKs defending it. So oddly enough, where we find the catapult is in his corner, expecting us to charge him. Well, those arrows cut pretty quick, and there's really nothing left when you get that full barrage on. Keep moving. Don't get hung up. Find your little gaps and sprint right through it. Okay, for this next one, we're going to go with Sulla, and then we'll do the other 3 on another episode. Here we go. Sulla, it's really quick. He is a meat shield. Alright, his ability to form guys up into a giant wall and just kind of withstand damage makes him incredibly valuable. I like his ability of whipping his soldiers to kind of make them move faster and fight better, and also construct things such as spikes or wooden walls. So I love my spikes. I think they just add a flare of randomness to the battlefield. And so we're just going to move on. Things kick off pretty quick, so we'll go at double speed. Horse is in. They think they're sneaky. They're not. I cut them off in the woods, and of course I'm using my ability here. Managed to get a good strike off, first blood, and they are running out, knowing that other trouble is right here. Now we get to hit him in the side and the back, and that my other units that were out of range now get the first hits. Catapult's already coming in for me. That's going to be trouble. But knowing that we get that flag, we get to see there is no one out here. But I notice that these Histati are beelining it towards me. So my first action is to get things ready, spread my guys out so they don't get catapult, put one guy on that flag so we get vision, and already these spikes are up. Now that whip ability allows them to put them up pretty quick. These decide, no, that's the wrong way. Now that the spikes are there, we're out. There goes another spike trap. Alright, I'm switching out with this one guy. I don't need that flag so much. We know our enemies. He has his spikes ready. And we just start bearing up this field. Now with the new patch, spikes don't hurt your friends as much, so your guys can retreat through it, and they have a difficult time. There goes a 4th one, and the 5th one starts, but it gets interrupted when he stands on that territory, so we got to do something else. We just got severely pelted by a big old batch, and here we have our guys moving in now. Alright, so this guy here, losing morale hard, but he has his ability on, and that is going to save the day. Because that shield wall just means these guys fight fantastically when they're standing still, when they're able to take a charge heading at us. Alright, and when he breaks, behind the spikes. He's all safe. He has backup charging in, and now he is advancing. His guys are sort of out of control, advancing right into this wall. Here comes a horse charge, so there's some dead on those spikes. He has to be very careful. He can't hit the pack as he would want to. And I got my guys back and regrouping. So these spikes have taken such an impact from him charging through them like that his group of level 4s is all but faded. And these spikes are pretty much destroyed just from absorbing bodies. Like there's a guy impaled right there. Bam. So it just mixes up the battlefield, and now that they've kind of they're weaker than they were before. Like your guys won't die running through them, but they're definitely different now that your friendlies can't get hurt either. So it's kind of like a buff and a nerf. Alright, and now there's the final charge. This was a quick one. We just held out the battle. We used our whip ability, which improves construction time. And we got those barricades up in the way, and I think they helped us save the day with those level 4 Estadi on our ass.
At night I wake up with the sheets soaking wet and a freight train running through the middle of my head. You, including my desire.